gonna go at it. No hugs, at least not right now, on opposite sides of the draw, as the Pelicans and the Knicks are coming up next. That should be a lot of fun to watch here. I know you're staying.
Exciting for them. This is, you know, we always talk about the process. This is the next step in the process of them transitioning to be impactful NBA players, and they get a chance to share this as teammates. To me, it's about as good as it gets. This is something, at the end of the season, at the end of the summer, at the end of the summer league, these two guys will get together and talk about it.
R.J. Barrett with a younger Knicks team that did not have the free agency offseason they had hoped for, at least in the initial plan. The New Orleans Pelicans, hard to disagree. Oh, and Zion putting on a show, as you saw on Spider Cam there with a little slam dunk.
Nothing better than Spider Cam.
Yes. We're getting layup line Zion Williamson and a replay. Off the glass, help yourself. I think that's my first warm-up replay.
But you did a great job calling it. Another opportunity to clip off and put in a reel. It's unbelievable. But to me, it's more, he enjoys all of this. But when the lights go on and he's ready, he's going to compete at a high level. And this is going to be fun. But there's a transition. Shorter clock, changing possession, ends of the floor more often. How long will he play? I mean, the most important thing at the end of the summer, he comes out of this thing healthy. And then he's going to have to understand what type of shape he needs to be in to survive the grind of, not the pressure of the NBA, but the grind of 100 games.
Well, it all begins tonight. We were saying before that dunk, David Griffin has done a great job in New Orleans in his first year as the president of the club, wheeling and dealing in the Anthony Davis trade, stockpiling draft picks, making trades on draft night, and of course winning the draft lottery.
Really love Jack. They put together a good team of veterans and rookies. Really, I like the DNA of their roster.
Well, we've had a lot of fun in our Summer League couple of games here so far with Seth Greenberg and George Sedano. We're going to hand it off shortly to Mark Jones, Doris Burke, and Cassidy Hubbard. They're going to take you through these final two games here at Thomas and Mack. And Zion Williamson, first time getting ready to play, and he's standing by right now with Cassidy Hubbard.
Zion, first things first, you came into this arena, standing ovation, loud roar. You just put on a show with a big dunk. What are your expectations for your first pro debut?
Just try to fit in, get the win, and just have fun.
Now, you said at draft, it hasn't set in that you're an NBA player. Have you had some time to really fully understand your NBA career started?
It has been a little bit of time, but it still hasn't sinking in.
Well, look, your former teammate, R.J. Barrett, your good friend, he said he laughed when he saw that you two were pitted against each other for this first game. You guys talk a lot, you're close, but what do you expect your interactions to be like on the court tonight?
I expect him to hold nothing back, and he knows I'm not going to hold nothing back. We both trying to get our team a win.
Lastly, Alvin Gentry said you're going to play about 24 to 28 minutes tonight. This is your first pro debut. What do you expect out of yourself tonight?
This is a show that I belong. I work hard for this, and I'm going to show I belong out here.
Sold out crowd is ready. Let's dance, right?
Let's dance.
Back to you guys.
Zion Williamson ready to go tonight here in Las Vegas. One of the most highly anticipated, highly debated debuts since perhaps the guy sitting courtside tonight, LeBron James, in attendance to watch Zion Williamson taking on his former collegiate teammate tonight, R.J. Barrett. As the dunk show begins in earnest here in Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, it's always about the show. Tonight, it's not only about the show, it's about who shows out. Will it be RJ or Zion? It's coming up next.
Wow. Hey, buddy. What's up, RJ? Bro, we're really in here.
Yes.
We've been waiting for this for so long.
Duke looks like they're going to have a tremendous season. Two great freshmen.
Barrett lays it up. Williamson throws it down. Zion Williamson lays one off the back.
For the first time ever, I've had somebody to relate to. He is my brother.
What does it feel like to be the best prospect since LeBron James?
It feels like being RJ Barrett.
Oh my God.
There you go.
With the first pick, the New Orleans Pelicans select Zion Williamson. The New York Knicks select RJ Barrett.
We were born in different parts of the world, and our journeys led us to the same part, and we just find that crazy, and we wish the best of luck for each other.
Couple of close friends, but tonight is all about business. Welcome everyone to the MGM Resorts NBA Summer League 2019, the 15th edition of this Summer League, which has grown in enormous proportions. And tonight, what a game for you. Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the New York Knicks. A sellout crowd, over 19,000 people on hand here tonight. They've issued over 1,000 media credentials for this event this evening. And it's all going to be really cozy, and with all eyes focusing on that guy right there, the #1 pick in the NBA draft, the guy that his former head coach, Coach K, calls the most unique athlete that he has ever seen. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones alongside Doris Burke, Cassidy Hubbard joining us in just a bit. This is the beginning of basketball Christmas in July. Over 80 games, all on ESPN platforms. We've got 32 teams, including the Croatian national team, the Chinese national team. It all starts here tonight. Doris, when you look at Zion Williamson, an internet sensation just several years ago, the #1 pick now, so much hype, so much anticipation. How does he possibly begin to live up to the expectations?
Well, he's been blessed with some extraordinary physical gifts, obviously athletically. Vice President of Basketball Operations David Griffin said he's been touched by the hand of God to play this game. He's in a population of one. But I think there's two things that we can't overlook about him. Number one is his motor. With those physical gifts and the way he plays the game as hard as he does, he's going to find success. But I think as importantly, Mark, he has the temperament and the humility to handle these extraordinary expectations. And we're going to show you some video that is absolutely eye-popping. And I've seen him at Duke, but I've not seen him in person. So I'm, like everybody else, swallow up that shot at the cup. The ability at his size to anticipate, get out in the open floor, and be an absolute terror. His anticipation skills, the ability to jump a passing lane. He's going to play the 4 and maybe some 5 in small ball. Well, guess what? He's got the strength and the hops to swallow up opportunities of his opponent. He also has a knack for a little bit of touch passing. The guy is absolutely relentless, and this is what the Pelicans want to see tonight. Give me that inside out dribble Zion and finish it. How pretty is that?
Got a little sauce in his game as well. Interesting, Doris, a couple of years ago, well, actually last year at this time, RJ Barrett was the #1 ranked high school player as they both went to Duke. The roles reversed